State of the Union. I'm Jake Tapper. Democrats started Saturday expecting the federal government to shut down, but by the end of the day, it was still open, and they had made no concessions to the Republican majority to keep it that way. Joining us now, New York Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So, first of all, you just heard Congressman Matt Gaetz say he's going to move to oust McCarthy as Speaker this week. If a motion to vacate the chair comes to the floor, how would you vote?
Well, my vote beginning this term for Speaker of the House was for Hakeem Jeffries, and I do not intend on voting for a Republican Speaker of the House, but I believe that it's up to the Republican conference to determine their own leadership and deal with their own problems. But it's not up to Democrats to save Republicans from themselves, especially.
So do you think that there will be any Democrats that might vote to save McCarthy?
I mean, I certainly don't think that we would expect to see that unless there's a real conversation between the Republican and Democratic caucuses and Republican and Democratic leadership about what that would mean. But I don't think we give up votes for free.
And but would you vote to vacate? Would you vote to get rid of McCarthy as Speaker?
Would I cast that vote? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think Kevin McCarthy is a very weak speaker. He clearly has lost control of his caucus. He has brought the United States and millions of Americans to the brink, waiting until the final hour to keep the government open, and even then only issuing a 45-day extension. So we're going to be right back in this place in November. And, I think that our main priority has to be the American people and what's going to keep our governance in a cohesive and strong place. But unless Kevin McCarthy asks for a vote, again, I don't think we give something away for free.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard your fellow squad member, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, say Democrats should only support McCarthy in exchange for a 50-50 power sharing agreement.
Well, I mean, I think when it comes to power sharing, we will discuss that as a caucus and what we would finally accept or not. But again, it comes at a price. You don't just vote for a Republican speaker for nothing. That's not what we're elected here to do. We're elected here to make sure that we raise the minimum wage to a living wage, to make sure that we cap the prices of prescription drugs, and to make sure that we work for working class Americans.
What's your take on what just happened, on the threat of a government shutdown and just the whole experience?
Well, I think the Republican Party right now is completely out of step with the American people. And what we saw today and what we saw this week leading up to this final...
Hi friends, it's Tisha Powell. Friends, go ahead and hit that free like and that free subscribe button. It helps a lot. So you just saw a portion of a segment on CNN with Jake Tapper and Alexandria Cortez. I love to call her AOC. And America avoided a shutdown. Yay! But guess what? That's only until November. The balanced budget was never balanced or budget. So we still owe the $33 trillion. And AOC and the big government, they want more money. It's not enough that we owe $33 trillion. AOC and the big government, they're demanding more money. Of course, House Speaker got let go, Mr. McCarthy, and people, AOC saying that she was not sent to DC to work with small government. She's part of a big government. She said big government and small government should not work together. AOC, then how are you going to do the American job? You are retained and paid and voted in to work for the people, not just one group, AOC. You have to work for all the people. So that's the problem we're having right now in the United States. The political parties, they are not getting along. They are far in between. They're not promoting each other, and that's the problem. As you can see on the Jake Tapper show with AOC and what she's saying there's no concession to the small government. AOC, you need to work with the small government, because $33 trillion is not what we want to be owing for the rest of our lives. You've got to balance the budget, AOC. The budget needs attention. When you owe $33 trillion, you've got to balance that budget. You cannot run a government or a home without a balanced budget. Ladies and gentlemen, can you tell me how many people on earth are running a home without a balanced budget? The federal government is running the government without a balanced budget. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that silly? Isn't that what they want? That's what they want. They want freeloading money and nobody to pay back for it. Well, I have news for you, AOC. I've got kids in America and I'm going to have grandkids someday, and we are going to give them a balanced budget. We are not going to just kick the bucket to the next generation and then keep kicking it. Things that AOC said that we need to correct. She's saying that she's working for the working class. AOC, you're working for illegal immigrants. Everybody know that you're obsessed with the migrants and you're asking for American taxpaying dollars to get the migrants who came to America illegally, did not get any permission from any federal government, do not have a visa, nothing whatsoever. They have not paid a penny into the system, and AOC would like them to get money. Have a heart? Is that what you're telling me? Do you think AOC and big government have a heart? If AOC has a heart, she would go and help the homeless people. There are over 500,000 United States citizens that are homeless between Canada and New York. And why isn't our federal government actually giving them money? No, they want new names and new faces in. It's all about power. I'm Tisha Powell. We'll keep following the story now that we have avoided a government shutdown. We'll see what November brings. Friends, go ahead and hit that free like and that free subscribe button. It helps a lot. We're bringing the latest breaking political news from the United States. We'll bring you the latest breaking business news from the United States. We'll bring you the latest news from the United States. Check out the tag products, Saks Fifth Avenue. They're gorgeous, they're lovely. Now you can shop and watch TV at the same time. With YouTube, with the internet, you can shop and watch TV at the same time. But for you not to miss a show, go ahead and hit that free like and that free subscribe button. And today, let me see if I can get this candle over my head. Can it stay? How long can it stay on? How long can I balance it on? I like to leave the show trying to do something silly, trying to do something funny. Is this how you balance a budget, AOC?